Hello students, we were seeing about principles of inheritance and variation. This is lecture number 15. In this lecture 15, we are going to see about sex determination based on chromosomes. So an important aspect called sex determination we are going to see in this class. In the previous classes, I told you about linkage and recombination, pleiotropism we have seen, and polygenic inheritance we have seen. For polygenic inheritance, skin color and height of the human population, like various examples we saw for polygenic inheritance. For pleiotropism, one inborn error of metabolism called phenylketonuria we discussed in the previous class. Today, let us see about sex determination in the case of plants and animals we are going to see. Remember, in the case of sexual reproduction, we have already seen that in sexual reproduction, biparental inheritance becomes one important aspect. Sexual reproduction involves two parents actually. These two parents, they are called as male and female parents, we can say. So these two parents, one of them is considered as male, another one is considered as a female actually. Male will produce male gametes for sexual reproduction, and those male gametes will be called as spermatozoid or ankylozoid in the case of plants. Female will produce female gamete, otherwise ovum or egg they will produce. These gametes will undergo fertilization, they will become zygote. Zygote will develop into a new individual by means of continuous cell division and developmental process. Of course, in some of the organisms, they are hermaphrodites, you may be remembering. Hermaphrodite means both male and female organs are present in the same body. But majority of the organisms have male and female in different body actually. So male and female are present in different organism or different physical structure means it is called dioecious condition. You may recall that point also. It is called dioecious condition. Now, scientists were thinking about how this organism developed into a male and how some organism developed into a female. That is what the question we are going to see here. You see, zygote is produced after fertilization. Some of the zygotes become male, some of the zygote become female. Some become sons, some become daughter. What is the mechanism involved in this sex determination? That is the study we are going to see. In 1891, one scientist called Henkin, he did some pioneering work in the case of study about sex determination. The mechanism of sex determination was first studied by one scientist called Henkin in 1891, before the rediscovery of Mendelism itself. Now, Henkin studied about them in some of the insects actually. He studied the process of spermatogenesis in some insects. You may recall this word, spermatogenesis. Formation of sperm here from the spermatogonium is called spermatogenesis. Spermatozoids are produced from spermatogonium. That process is called spermatogenesis. During spermatogenesis, Henkin found that there is a special type of a structure, a nuclear structure. A special nuclear structure was found to be present in some insects. During the mitosis, meiosis, when he studied, especially during meiosis era, he came across a special nuclear structure in the cell of these insects. Our spermatogonium had some special nuclear structure. He was not knowing what is the function of that special nuclear structure, what is the significance of it was not reported by Henking. So without knowing the function, he simply named them as X-body adjective. When we don't know certain things, we call it as X. So this special nuclear structure, whose function is unknown, is taken as X-body. Henking named that as X-body. But later, after Henking, around 1905, different scientists, they discovered this X-body is not only a simple nuclear structure, it is a chromosome. It is also a chromosome present in the spermatogonium or mother cells they discovered. When it was found to be a chromosome, they continued to name it as X chromosome only. So that special body is considered as X chromosome later by other scientists. Because of that, they started distinguishing that X chromosome and other chromosomes present in the nucleus. An insect may be having diploid condition. In that, one special structure is called the X chromosome. They discovered that. This X chromosome, it was later found to be present in 50% of the sperms only, and 50% of sperms did not have that X chromosome. Even Henking also reported about it. Henking found that after spermatogenesis, 50% sperm had X chromosome in it. 50% of sperm did not have X chromosome at all. So, X chromosome was absent in 50% of sperm, and only 50% of sperm was contained in X chromosome in it. So that is based on that phenomenon. Scientists believed that X chromosome is playing an important role in sex determination. They came to a conclusion that this chromosome is playing an important role in the sex determination of insects. Now, based on that, several experiments were conducted, not only in insects, but also in human beings, birds and other animals also. Depending upon those experimental evidences and knowledge, a theory was proposed by two scientists. One of them is called Wilson, another one is called Stevens, we can say. Wilson and Stevens, they proposed one special theory based upon the X chromosome. And what is that theory means? Theory otherwise chromosomal basis of sex determination it is called. So Wilson and Stevens proposed an idea about chromosomal basis of sex determination here. So Stevens, he is also credited with another invention of Y chromosome also. X chromosome was reported by Henking. Y chromosome was reported by Stevens, and based on the work of both things, Wilson and Stevens proposed a theory called chromosomal basis of sex determination. Around 1905, this theory was proposed, and based on that, several methods of sex determination were reported in animals. In today's class, we are going to discuss about sex determination. Different mechanism of sex determination depending upon chromosome we are going to see. Later it was found that there may be sex determination based on environment. Depending upon physiological conditions, sex determination is done. But majority of the sexually reproducing organism become male or female depending upon the chromosome nature present in them. That chromosomal nature will be helpful for determining the sex of the individual. That is called mechanism of chromosomal sex determination. We shall study about chromosomal sex determination. This introductory point, just remember, Henking worked on insects and he found that 50% of chromosomes, 50% of sperms have X chromosome. and 50% of sperms do not have X chromosome. Later, they found that this special body is nothing but X chromosome, and Wilson and Stevens, they made chromosomal theory of sex determination. We have seen linkage and recombination, just like that. This is called chromosomal theory of sex determination. Half a minute, you just write this point, I will continue. Okay, students, you might have written about these points. Let me continue with the chromosomal basis of sex determination. As I have told you, Steve Wilson and Stevens have proposed that idea. From 1905, it was observed that there are some 5 types of sex determination based on chromosomes actually. There are 5 methods of sex determination we are going to see here. The first method, let me tell you, as male XY method it is called. Male XY method, that is the first type we have to see here. Second type, it is considered as male X0 method, it is called. Male X0 method. Third method of sex determination is called as female ZW method, it is called. I will explain what is that XY, X0, ZW and all later. Female ZW method. Fourth method is called as female Z0 method or ZO method, it can be called. That is the fourth method of chromosomal sex determination. Fifth method we have to remember here is haplodiploidy method or haplodiploidy method, it can be called. There is a life cycle based on haploid and diploidism. That is different. In first year you might have studied. But this is haplodiploidy method of sex determination. So, how many types of sex determination are there among animals means? There are male XY method, male X0 method, female ZW method, female Z0 method, and a haplodiploidy method, like that 5 types are there. Each type can be asked in 3-mark question with a flow chart and other things we have to explain here. Sometimes 1-mark question can be asked for example. That means example for these methods can be asked in 1-mark question also. So male XY method I will explain first. Remember this point. Let us come to the first point here, male XY method. Okay, this XY method or male XY method can be otherwise known as XX female and XY male, it can be found. The method of sex determination where females will have 2 X chromosomes and males will have 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome will be called as XX XY method, it can be called. Males are XY, females are XX. That is the method of sex determination which we are going to study in the first slide. Where do we come across this male XY method means? insects like Drosophila. You have already heard this word. Morgan studied about Drosophila very clearly. In that Drosophila, we come across this type of mechanism. Even among the human beings also, we come across this type of sexual method determination. Human beings and Drosophila are explaining this process. I will explain you about this method. Please listen. Remember, the parents I am writing here, parents. You know that one of the parents is female. Okay. One of the parents is female or mother. Another parent is male or father. We can take parents. What is the genotype of the parent? Let us recall here. Genotype of the parents. The same 5 steps recall this part. Female will be having 2 X chromosomes actually, and the remaining will be autosomes. You remember, females do not have only XX chromosome. There will be other chromosomes also. You know, Drosophila is there, means 2n is equal to 8, I told you. In that 8 chromosomes, 2 of them will be XX. Remaining 6 will be called as autosomes. This is a sex chromosome. Those other 6 are called autosomes. If you take human beings, we have 46 chromosomes. Out of 46 chromosomes, 44 will be called as autosomes. And remaining 2 are there, they are called as endosomes. Or otherwise, they can be called as sex chromosome, we can say. If the endosomes, both of them are XX, 2 endosomes should be there. If both are XX, means it will be a female. If one is X, another one is Y, means it will be a male. We can remember this point. So when I write about a female genotype, I will write a condition like this: AA plus XX. What is that AA? A refers to autosomes. Why I should write a 2A here? Diploid condition. Parents are diploid. So two sets of autosomes and 1 set of XX chromosome, that is female parent. What about male parent? Male will also have autosomes AA in it, and endosome they will differ. One is X chromosome, another one is Y chromosome. Do you understand the genotype of female and the genotype of male? Male genotype will be AA plus XY. Female genotype will be AA plus XX. It can be called. So female will have 2 X chromosomes, male will have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. Let me come to the third step involved here. You may be remembering gamete formation. Very important point is meiosis takes place during gametogenesis. What is meiosis? Reduction, division, it can be called. Out of 2 A's, otherwise 2 sets of autosomes. One set will come to one gamete, and out of 2 X chromosome, one will come to that gamete. So A plus X will be one type of ovum produced by the female. Ovum will be having haploid set. Diploid is 2A means haploid is 1A. Diploid is 2X means haploid will be 1X. So one of the ovum will be A plus X. Similarly, another A plus X will become another ovum, that is the gametes produced by the female. Female produces egg or ovum, that I have written here. What about male is? Male is producing same thing. A plus X will be one of the sperms produced by the male. A plus Y will be another type of sperm produced by the male. Sperms will be A plus X and A plus Y. Egg will be A plus X and A plus X. What do you infer from this condition? This is males are able to produce 2 types of gametes. One of the gametes or some of the 50% of the gametes will be having X chromosome in it, and another 50% will be having what is that Y chromosome. X chromosome containing gamete, we will call it as gynogamete. This is androgamete, Y gamete. I will tell you why it is later. So, there are two types of gametes produced by the male. Some of them are with X chromosome, some of them are with the Y chromosome. Because of this condition, this type of sex determination is there, XY type. That is otherwise known as male heterogamety, it can be called. Year before last year, in board examination, this question was asked. What is male heterogamety? If males are able to produce two different gametes, hetero means different, gametes means sex. If males are able to produce two different gametes, it is called male heterogamety. What are those two different gametes? One type is with X, another type is with Y. I hope you got this point. This is the gamete. Females are producing A plus X, males are producing A plus X and A plus Y also. Females are producing similar type homogamety, but XY means male heterogamety can become. Okay, next step is fertilization. Fertilization is the random fusion of male and female gametes. Imagine now, if this egg is fertilized by this ovum, this sperm, okay, this ovum is fertilized by this sperm, means what will be the resulting offspring? Let me write about the offspring here. Whether it is F1 offspring only, we are going to see. Our aim is to study about sex determination of the offspring. A plus X and A plus X means it will become 2A plus XX condition it will become. Do you get this point? This is AA plus XX. Who is AA plus XX? It is a female. So it becomes a daughter, not a doctor. It is daughter. Female it is produced. What about this egg fertilized by this sperm? Try to get this point. If this egg is fertilized by this sperm, resulting individual will be having AA plus XY, we can say. Is it not? Y is contributed by the sperm, X is contributed by the ovum. Mother contributes one X chromosome, father contributes one Y chromosome. Out of two sets of autosomes, one set has come from mother, another set has come from father. Maternal, paternal. Now remember, when a person or when a zygote contains XY, how it will develop? It will develop into a male. AA plus XY is male. This will become a son for these parents. So a son is produced when the egg is fertilized by Y-containing chromosome, Y-containing sperm. A daughter is produced when the egg is fertilized by X-containing sperm, we can say. X-containing sperm is called gynogamete. Y-containing sperm is called androgamete. Androgamete fuses here means it will become male. Androgyny, female, maleness it is representing. Gyno refers to femaleness, that is XX like this. Same thing happens here also. This ovum can be fertilized by this here sperm means resulting offspring will be having the AA plus XX, which will also be a daughter only. If at all these two gametes are fusing, this is the egg fertilized by this sperm means resulting offspring will be AA plus XY. It will become a son, we can say. So, don't think that these parents will produce 4 children at a time. It is not 4 children are produced. Yet it is the probability I am talking here. There will be one fertilization only. That fertilization can be either this one or this one or this one or this one. What will be the ratio means 1:1 we can say here. Or we can say that 50-50 can be found. So the resultant child will be either a male or it will be a female. How because of the heterogametic condition of maleness. Male is heterogametic. What is the meaning? Male is heterogametic. The male is able to produce two types of sperms. One of the sperm is containing X chromosome, another sperm is containing Y chromosome. Now they will determine the sex of this individual. This is called XX, XY type of sex determination, which is also known as male XY method or male heterogametic method, and this is observed in the case of Drosophila and human beings. I hope you got this point. This is one important technique of chromosomal sex determination. Which is that method? Male XY method, or otherwise XX XY method. In a 3-mark question it can be asked, describe XX XY type of sex determination with a flow chart. It can be asked. When you are drawing a flow chart, don't forget to write these 5 steps again. Parents, genotype, gametes, fertilization and offspring. Make note of this important 3-mark question. Okay? Male heterogametic. Let me explain you this with reference to human beings now. Okay? This is regarding both Drosophila and general outline I gave you. When the same thing is applicable particularly, specifically for human population, how it will work, I will explain you here. Listen to me. So we human beings also follow XX, XY type of sex determination. How is it applicable in the human population? Let me explain you. Okay. Human sex determination. In human beings also, parents, let us take here, especially in the case of human beings, sex determination in human beings. A 3-mark question. In human beings, you may remember 2n condition is 46 chromosomes. Out of 46 chromosomes, 44 are autosomes and 42 are allosomes. Let us see about parents. One of the parent is female, another parent is male. Let us consider. The female will be having 44 autosomes and 2 X chromosomes. So let me write about the genotype of the parent. What is the genotype? 44 autosomes plus XX condition. Do you understand this point? Instead of writing AA, I am writing 44 autosomes. Number of autosomes. Similarly, if at all it is Drosophila, you can write 6 autosomes plus XX. In male, what happens? 44 autosomes and the XY condition is present in the male here. It is a male XY method, remember. What is the next step? Gamete formation. You know, gametes are produced after meiosis. So reduction division will happen. During reduction division, diploid cell, mother cell will become haploid. 44 autosomes will become 22 autosomes one side. Out of 2 X chromosome, 1 X chromosome will come one side. This is one type of ovum produced by the female. Another ovum will also be containing 22A plus, but that is X1. So these two are ovum. Gamete means ovum. Female gamete is ovum. What about male gamete? Out of 44 autosomes, 22 autosomes plus X will become one type of sperm. Okay, allosomes will separate, and another 22 autosomes plus Y will become another type of sperm here. One type of sperm is containing X, another type of sperm is containing Y. Remaining autosomes are segregating. That's called the segregation. They are becoming gametes. What is the next step? Fertilization. Fertilization involves random fusion of male and female gametes. Imagine if this ovum joins with this sperm, resulting individual, resulting offspring will be getting 44 autosomes again. See, during meiosis, you are reducing the number. During fertilization, you are restoring that number. So here, 44 autosomes have come here, 22 from mother, 22 from father. That is called a maternal, this is called a paternal. Remaining X chromosome, one X has come from mother, another X is given by the father or son. So 44A plus XX. Who is this? This will be a daughter. Or a female child is produced like this. What about another condition? This female gamete ovum may join with this sperm also. Please listen. Here it will be getting 44 autosomes. We did not write AA there. One A is because we are writing 44. X and Y we are writing. This is becoming a son. Remember, a male child is formed by this mechanism. An X containing ovum is fertilized by a Y containing sperm, means it will become a male. Same thing could happen here also, you know. If this X and this two are joining, means we will get 44A plus XX. Another female. If these two are joining, means 44A plus XY. Another male is possible. Try to understand this point. A son or a daughter is produced depending upon the nature of sperm in the human population. So, if father contributes X chromosome, that zygote will develop into daughter. Very important point. If father contributes Y chromosome, that will develop into X. So, whether the zygote should develop into a male or female, who is determining? It is determined by male parent actually. The father determines whether the developing zygote should be male or female. Determine means unknowingly, because fertilization is a random chance. It is a matter of chance. It is a matter of chance. Male is responsible for determining sex in the human beings for their children. That is the very important point we have to discuss. But what is happening in the society, in reality, if a mother or if a female give birth to female children only continuously, 3 times, 4 times she begot a female child only means, girl child only means, the father and his relative, they start blaming her. She doesn't give birth to a boy child, a boy like that. So what happens? He may go for second marriage also, for getting a boy or for getting a male child. This is what happening in the human society. But actually, as a student of science, you must remember that it is not the female who determines the sex of the child. It is the male who determines the sex of the child. Female in the human population, mother is homogametic. She always produces egg with the X chromosome only. She never produces Y containing egg. But father is responsible for 2 types of sperms. One is with the X chromosome, another one is with the Y chromosome. That means male heterogametic. So who is responsible whether the child should become male or female? Who is responsible? It is the father. So actually what should happen? The mother should go for second marriage. Is it not? The female should go for second marriage. But actually in human society, it is simply dominated by male. Remember this scientific point. It is called human sex determination, XX, XY method. An important 3-mark question. It is often asked also. remember the 5 steps: parents, genotype, gamete, fertilization and offspring. I will give you half a minute time. Make note of this XX, XY method. We will continue now. Another half minute I will continue. Okay, students, you might have written about the first type of sex determination. It is called the XX, XY method. Male XY method, it is called. It is an example for male heterogamity. Okay, let me come to second type of sex determination here. This is also first type only, where male XY, female XX like that. A 3-mark question. Make note of this part. Let me come to the second method. Second method is called male X0 type. It is called, where female will be XX and the male will be X0 type. It is called. So these are the parents. Parents are, female parent is XX, male parent is X0. Of course, autosomes are there. That is different. Let us come to the genotype of the parent for the second type. I am talking about second type, which is known as male X0 method. In male X0 method, what will be the genotype of the female? Female will be having 2 autosomes, 2 sets of autosomes and 2 allosomes like this, XX. What about the male? He will also be having AA plus X0. Before going in detail about this method, remember this, where do we find male X0 method? It is also found in some insects like grasshopper. In the insects like grasshopper and even in cockroach, we come across this type of sex determination actually. First type is male XY, that was found in Drosophila and human beings. Second one is male X0, found in grasshopper and cockroach. Let us see genotype is this one. Naturally, you can write the next step of gamete formation. What is gamete? Reproductive cell. It is formed by meiosis or reduction action. If there are 2 autosomes, one will come one side. Out of 2 X chromosome, 1 X will come one side. This is an egg produced by the female. Mother parent, this one produces A plus X. Another egg and another X will come to another ovum. So these are the ovum produced by the mother or egg produced by the mother. What about father or his male parent? It will have A plus X. Remember this point. One of the sperms will be containing A plus X. Another sperm will be containing A plus 0 only. This sperm is not receiving any allosome. It is not having allosome. What do you infer from this? Do you think that male and female are equal in number of chromosome beings? No. The male will be always one chromosome lesser than the female. Females have one chromosome more in this type. Which type? Male X0. But is it like that here? You see, here also X6, here also X1. That means both male and female are having same number of chromosomes. Male and female are having equal number of chromosomes or same number of chromosomes. That is called male XY type. Here it is. Male will be having one chromosome lesser than the female. So female has got more chromosome. It is called what is that? Male X0 method. Do you get the difference between that and this? What is the difference? XY type will have equal number of chromosomes like that of the female. X0 type will have one chromosome lesser than the mother or than the female. Okay, this is the type of sperm produced. What about types of sperm? Two types of sperms are produced. One type of sperm is with X, another type of sperm is with 0. So here also two types of sperm, then it can also be an example for male heterogamy. Remember this word. First type is also male heterogamy. Second type is also male heterogamy. Whether it is XY or X0, in both the cases, male produces two types of sperm. Here also two types of sperm, here also two types of sperms. That is called male heterogamy. They can be asking in one more question. Give an example for male heterogamy. XY type is also male heterogamy. X0 type is also heterogamy, male heterogamy. Okay, this is the gamete. What is the next step? Fertilization. Random fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Let me explain you how this random fusion takes place. This egg may be fused by this sperm. So this sperm and this egg fuses means the resulting children or resulting offspring. Where in grasshopper and cockroach I am talking. Resulting offspring will be AA plus XX. Do you get this point? Who is AA plus XX? It will be a female grasshopper. A daughter grasshopper is born. What about the fusion of these two gametes means? Sperm will be contributing no allosome, zero allosome, but allosome is there. Mother ovum will be contributing one X chromosome. Resulting offspring will be AA, one is paternal A, another one is maternal A, and X0 condition. If an individual contains AA plus X0, it will be a male. A sun grasshopper is produced here. Similarly, when these two gametes are joining, it will be AA XX condition, that is a female grasshopper. If at all these two gametes are joined, it will be AA plus X0 condition, that will be a male grasshopper. Do you get this point? Why we are not studying it in the first case? In the first case, XY method, male XY method, both male and female are equal in number of chromosomes. But in second method, where male X0 method, male is having one chromosome lesser. It does not have two allosomes, it has only one allosome. So it will produce two types of sperm. One type of sperm will have one allosome, another type of sperm does not contain any allosome. This sperm does not contain any allosome, this sperm contains allosome. But what about female gamete? Both the ova are having allosomes in them. So this is the mechanism of sex determination in the case of what? Grasshopper and cockroach. I have explained you about two types of sex determination in today's class. One is male XY method, another one is male X0 method. In both the cases, male heterogamety is the rule. Are you getting this point? What is male heterogamety? The male parent is able to produce two types of gametes. One is with X and one is with Y. Here one is with X and another one is without the X chromosome or 0 it can become. So that is male X0 and male XY. What is the example for male XY? Human beings. In human population, we follow XY method. Who is responsible for determining the sex of the child? It is the father, not the mother. Mother should not be blamed for giving birth to continuously female children. It is the type of the sperm which determines the sex of the children. The type of the sperm will determine the sex of the children in the case of human population and Drosophila also. But in the case of grasshopper and other soils, same type of the sperm only. If the sperm contains X chromosome, it will become, the resulting offspring will become a daughter, female. If the sperm contains 0 allosome, it will become a male or a son. I hope you got this point. This is gynogamete, this is androgamete. Here only gynogamete. Actually 0 is not considered as an androgamete. It is two types of sex determination we explained today. Still there are 3 more types which we will see in the later classes. Okay? Today's class I told you about Henking. I told you about Stevens. Wilson and Stevens proposed the mechanism of sex determination. And in human population and Drosophila, what is the mechanism of sex determination? In grasshopper and cockroach, what is the mechanism of sex determination? We have seen. Okay? Let me start with this. We shall continue in the next class. Thank you. Thank you.
ಬರ್ಕೋತಾರೆ